Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Healing with the Majestic Sunset. I am Artist Serena. The first thing I'm going to do is do some sound clearing. Okay, so if you were wearing earbuds, you may want to turn them down right quick, please. All right, so what I can tell so far from the pre-shuffle is that you guys are reclaiming your power. If you feel like your creativity has been blocked, you might want to work on your sacral chakra. And that is located the lower abdomen below the belly button. The color is orange, controls creativity, pleasure, sexuality, and emotional intelligence. And so I'm seeing that you guys are being called to reclaim your power. That's the sacral chakra is in can be extremely powerful with the 10 of earth being here. And so if you feel a little blocked in even in emotional intelligence, if you're feeling blocked somewhere in those areas, then you may want to reclaim your power. It could be you being called to be celibate, or just call back your sacral energy to you when it's has been misused, or if you had gone through any sexual abuse, or just having partners from the past. You may want to call back that energy and break those energetic cords that you have attached to anyone from your past. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a general reading for you all. And this is for the collective. First card want to come out, 9 of Cups, 9 of Water. Okay, it says, your wish comes true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. Okay, so you guys are in this 9 of Cups energy, or being called to be in this 9 of Cups energy. This is 3 of Earth here. That will be the 3 of Pentacles. Right now, you're being called to go in and call to make your dreams, whatever your desires are, to be able to make them tangible in the 3D. Maybe some of you are trying to call in your wishes to your life. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles. Whatever it is you're working on, whatever project or career you're working on right now, it can come to fruition in the 3D. If you're not, if it's just a dream right now, you have everything you need to be able to cultivate and bring this in to you. The work that you've done on yourself, the work that you're doing on whatever project you're working on, whatever this is, it will grow in your finances. 7 of Swords to the Temperance. So whatever it is that needs to be exposed to you will be. You guys might need to move in silence. If there was someone wearing a mask, they're gonna be exposed to you. But you guys are just moving strategically and going towards balance, going towards something more light. Eight of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're working on, you're definitely moving in silence. You're holding back from others. You're not telling anyone what you're doing, what you're working on. And this is also something that you're holding on to. Whatever this is that you're mastering, you're holding on to this. The Empress. Like I said earlier, you'll be able to cultivate whatever it is that you want. If you're in a more, this Five of Pentacles shows that you may be going through some lack. This could be a lack mindset as well. It's just that you've never, no matter how hard you worked, you never seem to be able to get paid what you were worth. You know, as we know, our self-worth is tied to that second house. That's your, your money house. So a lot of you may tie your self-worth to your finances, how much you're able to bring in. But energetically, you guys are in this Queen of Pentacles, Empress energy. So you can bring in whatever your wishes are. You can bring those things to fruition. But the most important part is that you guys are abundant spiritually. In the unseen world, you guys are abundant. And so you just need you need some guidance, some work on bringing those things into fruition. Maybe whatever this is that you're mastering, maybe this will bring you in the finances and what you feel that your work is worth. That's kind of what I'm feeling so far. Let's see. Two of Fire, which is the Two of Wands, to the Three of Earth again. So whatever plans you're making presently, those plans, you're possibly going towards some type of a collaboration that can bring you in more income. And that was my son. I'm sorry, y'all. He got me off guard. But so whatever, this could even be you being an apprentice. You're learning from someone. You're enhancing your skills. You may be learning a new skill that can bring you out of this Five of Pentacles energy, this energy of lack. The Fool to the Six of Wands. So whenever you are ready to take this leap of faith, I see in the present moment, whoever resonates with this message, in the present energy, you are ready to bring forth whatever this is that you are mastering. You will be known for whatever it is that you're doing, and you are ready to take, to have this new beginning, and you're actually making plans right now towards this new beginning. Right, Page of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So you're pretty much ready to bring this gift forward. You're ready to put whatever you're doing. You're ready to whether this is your own business, or you want to take a career change, a different career move. Whatever this is you've been studying, you feel that this time is near. The time is right. It's almost like you're gonna get that epiphany when to actually jump in and execute, forward movement with whatever this is for you. Page of Pentacles to the Two of Wands. So definitely planting this new seed has put you on a different course in your life. This is definitely something new for you. This could even be you having to travel to a new location. You may have to travel for a new job. or you could be traveling outside of your city. But whatever this is, this traveling that I'm feeling, is really you going into this direction, planting this new seed, and this is a new area that you're traveling toward. You haven't gone this path before. This is a whole new path that you're taking. And this is definitely going to make you an independent person. You just have to be very strong. This is not going to be an easy path to take. A lot of you are on the path of being totally self-sufficient. So this seed right here, that's a new seed, it will grow into something bigger to where you can be self-sufficient. You won't need any help to bring this forward. You won't need any help paying your bills, taking care of your responsibilities. But it's going to take a lot of patience, a lot of patience to watch and nurture this, so this can grow into something very beautiful for you all. You guys will get your wishes. You are making manifesting your dreams. Okay, let's see what's the hidden influence right now. Let's see. Renewal, Archangel Jermiel, review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So that's what you guys are doing. This is that food energy. You guys are ending a lot of cycles. And you're starting over. You're starting over with something. Page of Fire. You guys are going towards this with a lot of passion, a lot of courage, a lot of confidence. That's what this is here. A lot of confidence, a lot of courage. And that's what's needed in this renewal period, that judgment type energy. So right now what's hitting, you're being called to like review and evaluate this new path. It's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear, but yeah, 5 of Cups to the 3 of Pentacles. Some of you may still may be in a residual energy of the past. This past guilt of things not working. Maybe you guys have tried new things in the past and it just didn't work out. There was no firm foundation started. So maybe you thinking that maybe this won't grow past this 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles type of energy. A lot of you are worried about being independent on your own. Maybe this is something new for you, a new area that you've never embarked on before. But this is nothing to really fear or to worry about. You're being called to like renew this energy, renew your mind, renew, that part of your soul is, right. You need balance. What's hidden that you're called to be balanced in your emotions. Because this is the one thing that could stop you from taking action on that energy, that this present energy here. That's the one thing that could hinder your forward movement. But you're being called to balance out your emotions, balance out your heart, have that, just let it flow with that water energy. Just let it flow. This is definitely something that's not going to be very easy. This is going to be a big life-changing event. 3 majors here. Definitely a big life event, and it will take you out throughout the rest of your life. Queen of Cups to the Star. You guys are definitely being called to balance out your emotions and not to, not to be overly emotional and not to be under emotional, just balanced and just let things flow. You don't have to worry about if you will be able to be stable or not. You just go with the flow and don't let fear creep in. Don't let that Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, that energy of lack or not having enough, not being enough, not knowing enough. Just keep your eyes on the Most High. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Just keep your eyes on all the things, your desires, your wishes, because you will be able to bring them forth to you, because what you want wants you back. You just being called to be on that same frequency, because everything already exists. Everything that you are, that you want, it exists already. You just have to be on that timeline, in that vibration. You have to be a vibrational match for the things that you desire. Yes, so that's your test. That's the test of your strength. It's like your strength is being tested at this moment, and that might be something you can't see. You might just feel this energy of loss, or being heavily in your emotions. You might feel this. You might feel like maybe your emotions are getting the best of you, but this is a test. And this is a test that was meant for you to pass, because you're very resilient. You're coming up as very, very resilient, and you can overcome this, with this strength being here. When the strength comes out, it's definitely not an easy road, but this is something that you can get through. You can overcome this, and it's showing that you guys are strong enough to defeat whatever this is you need to defeat. Okay, so your energy, the Emperor, and the Six of Cups. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So for some of you, this could be, you thinking about your children, you're thinking about your childhood, you're thinking logically, you're taking control. Right now, if you are submerged in your emotions, that's definitely something that's being hidden. You're not showing this. You're showing to be very strong. And a lot of you are overcoming things of the past. Maybe you guys are having some nostalgic things about possible your parents, or even you being a parent and you're thinking about your children, your grown children. That's possible. The Four of Pentacles with the High Priestess. For a lot of you, you know that there is an authoritative figure that held back from you. You know this. They held back love. They held back emotions from you. They just did not. They were stingy. They were this miser energy. They never gave you what you deserve. This could even been you not being given the child support that was entitled to you, whether it was you as a child not receiving child support, or you have children that you wasn't receiving enough support for. But this is an energy that held back from you, and you know who this is. You know why this person held back, and it's because they were trying not to show love. They didn't want to appear weak. And this could also been someone that was tied up in their past, that was busy giving to their past, so they couldn't give to you. Page of Cups to the Three of Swords. So this is definitely someone that emotionally hurt you deeply, possibly emotionally damaged you since you was a child. And you've overcome this. with this emperor being here, maybe you don't look like what you've been through in your past. You're not displaying whatever hurt that you're feeling or you have felt. You're not displaying this. It's like having a poker face, but you feel this pain, this emotion very deeply. Ace of Wands to the Page of Wands. So it's like you guys are coming out of this dreamy type energy of what you romanticize a connection with an emperor in some way, and you're just moving forward because it's like this is something that you never got the emotions that you needed from this person because they were holding back. This could be your father. This could even be a very strong in their masculine energy woman. Could be your mother. This could be also someone you have children with. So you're just taking action on moving forward. Okay. The Queen of Swords to the Three of Cups. So you being able to cut off your emotions for whatever situation this is maybe someone did not expect you to go silent on them. They didn't expect you to be so mature in your mind. They didn't expect you to be so grown. They expected you to stay in this adolescent energy because you never got what you needed when you were younger. That's what I'm seeing. And I feel that you guys are turning your back on the past and turning your back on these people that were supposed to be friends, or that were supposed to be friendly and loving toward you. You're turning your back and it's like you're looking to higher power. You're looking now to be directed by your ancestors. That's kind of what I'm getting. You're no longer waiting for someone to give you something from the past. You're moving forward, and you're knowing that you have to give that whatever it is that you were missing from your past. You have to also give that energy to yourself. You have to become what you always wanted. And that's with any situation. You have to become the things that you desire. You want abundance, you have to have abundant energy. And you have to just get on that vibration, get on that frequency to all of your desires. You didn't have a mom or dad. You have to become that for yourself. The firebrand, driven, passionate, activist, disruptor. This was in the reverse. The gypsy, wanderer, free spirit, lives life on own terms. So somebody didn't want you to live your own life. They did not want you to live your life on your own terms. They didn't want you to be in this Ace of Wands energy, being able to move on to something new, something that's loving, something that's passionate. You're just taking your creativity, your passion, and you're just focusing elsewhere. And that's what you're supposed to do. It's like they were trying to hold you up. It's like they were trying to bind your sacral energy, that energy that you would use that fire you would use to move forward. And whatever it is that you want to do, want to be, want to create, they wanted that energy blocked for you. So you won't be able to move forward. 10 of water, 10 of cups. This says a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. And that is the current environment that you're going towards. You're making this for yourself, this loving family like energy that you always wanted. A lot of you always wanted a healthy family life, and you guys are going towards that. 8 of water here, which will be the 8 of cups, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So you guys are definitely walking away emotionally, you're leaving all this emotional baggage behind. Whatever it is that you were going through, you're leaving that behind. And it's a lot of water here. So this is definitely something that was very, very emotional. This also was a situation that's emotionally draining. King of Swords. So you guys are definitely to the Nine of Swords. So you have people worried because you were never this cutthroat before. You are definitely balanced between your masculine and your feminine energy when it comes to your mind, your intellect, and you're very strong in the mind. And someone did not want you to be like that. They wanted to keep you in that loving nature where you were just being a doormat. And they're worried about you having the power in the mind to overcome overthinking, to overcome fears. To, they didn't want you to be able to overcome that. And they're seeing that your mind is too strong to keep bound. They can't keep chains on your mind. This can also be the higher ups, what, like I call them, the powers that never should have been. A lot of them are worried about how strong you guys are and how you guys are coming out of that fear, that bondage. You guys are coming out of that in that poverty mindset. They don't like that, and you being able to just cut your emotions on and off for the people that in the situations that no longer serves you. Two of Pentacles. To the Hermit. Yeah, you started taking back your energy. You started giving less and less of yourself. You were going silent on these people. You were giving not too much energy. Even if you had to speak to someone, it was very brief. It was very surface level. You didn't go deep. You stopped showing people your depth, because these were shallow people. You started healing your inner child. You retreated within self, and you started healing that inner child. Like I said, if you needed a mom or a dad, you started nurturing yourself. You started standing up for yourself. You started being your own parent. And a lot of you had to be single parents out there. The Star to the Queen of Wands. So you guys are definitely taking action and going towards your North Node. You took action on your own healing. You took responsibility for your own life. You can't control what happened to you in the past, but you started taking control over the things that really mattered to you in your life, because healing was important to you. You are a person that not afraid to change. You're not afraid to be different. You want to change for the better. A lot of these people, they're gonna die, with a stiff neck, because they're not ever going to change. And change is the thing that is destined to happen. Everything changes. Time changes. Days change. Months change. Seasons change. We should be changing for the better. Then 10 of Wands to the Three of Swords. You're dropping all the burdens, all the emotional burdens of the emotional loss. You're leaving them all behind. And that's with all of this healing that you're doing. You're dropping that. You're definitely you're dropping that in your current environment. You're no longer holding on to this baggage. You're no longer doing that. You're packing light. And meaning that you're not bringing too much heaviness from the past with you. You're definitely packing light. And a lot of you are physically packing light, packing your shit, and you're going away from this environment, away from the people that damaged you the most. You're leaving them with their own burdens, collective. That's what you're doing. You're becoming that free spirit, that wanderer. They don't like that. free spirits and wanderer, that gypsy type energy, that's someone that's, you can't tell what to do, you know. So let's see the hopes and the fears, because it can be your hopes and fears and it could be, theirs. Let's see what comes out. The Empress. It says, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Like I said, you guys possibly had to be your own mothers, your own fathers. You had to be single parents. Six of Fire. This Six of Wands energy, you will have victory. It says victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. So you will be recognized for whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're mastering in your personal life. You will be known for this. And so this is a hope of yours, to be able to be in that Empress energy, to be able to call in and be a magnet to the things that you desire, because the things you desire desires you too. You just have to be on the frequency, because everything, sorry about that, everything, like I said, everything you desire desires you back. Everything already exists. Everything that you desire already exists on some different timeline, in a different, I'm forgetting what the word is that I'm trying to use, but somewhere out there, whatever you desire, you already have that. You already exist somewhere else with your true desires. You just have to get on the vibration here where you are now on this timeline. Right. So a lot of you might be worried um if you can call in anything that you want. And a lot of people from your past are worried about you being in that abundant energy. They didn't want you to see that you could grow and nurture and heal yourself. They didn't want you to see how you can be in collaboration with the universe to be able to bring in everything that you want. They wanted to block your heart, because they knew if they blocked your heart with this King of Cups here, if they blocked your heart, that you could not call in the things that you desired. You would just always be desiring them without any change in your personal life. Yeah, they want Seven of Cups. They wanted you to the death and rebirth. They wanted you to stay confused, and you probably were confused for a long time, but that's over now. No more confusion, no more being bound, no more overthinking, no more having fear. It's just that fear cannot, it cannot live where you're going, and you guys are knowing that fear is false evidence appearing real. It's an illusion. Fear is an illusion. You being stuck is an illusion. That being bound in that way, that's over. Those days are over. And so, yeah, a lot of people could be worried. These people that's trying to run society, they're worried about this as well, right? Because Hangman to the Knight of Pentacles, they wanted you never to be able to move and get to where you're going. They never wanted you to, they always wanted you to be hanging here. They wanted you to sacrifice yourself. They wanted you to stop your path and sacrifice yourself for them. Sacrifice yourself, for societal norms. That's kind of what I'm getting. And, this is a path that's least traveled. And, a lot of people just don't do it. But on this path, you will find not just your abundance, but happiness, true happiness. Three of Swords to the Tower. Yeah, because something just fell apart. What maybe someone said, someone that you truly love possibly said something to you that was very, very hurtful, and it brought down the tower. You saw them for who they really were. This could be a mother figure, a grandmother or aunt, whomever. This could be a child's mother. But they said something that really hurt, and you really saw the truth, that tower falling. You saw the truth within a situation, and you're able to overcome whatever this emotional loss is, whatever this heartache, heartbreak was. You definitely can overcome it, but this is definitely someone who surprised you, that you didn't expect them to give you those swords to the heart, to be so cutting. This is definitely someone that you love deeply. Yeah, and this person kept you stuck. You see that this person, you're seeing now from a different perspective how this person kept you stuck. With lies, something false. They kept you stuck there. Two of Air. This is the Two of Swords energy, being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So this is a person that definitely kept you blocked, kept you at this stalemate energy, not being able to make a decision. The Moon, because they were hiding a lot, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So they didn't want you to be able to cut through their bullshit. They didn't want you to be able to make the decision that you knew deep down that you should be making against this person. They did not want you to see what was hidden with this moon energy. They didn't want you to see this. And they also didn't want you to psychically see it, to be intuitive. They wanted to keep you stuck. Definitely wanted to keep you stuck and bound to whatever foolishness they was telling you. This possibly was somebody that was not just emotionally manipulative, but they were intellectually manipulative. This is a person that likes to mind fuck. Three of Pentacles to the Moon. So within a certain collaboration, they didn't want you to see what they were truly hiding. They was hoping to keep your indecision. They were building off of you not being able to make a decision about them. They were using your energy to make something solid in their life. That's what I'm getting from this. This was a person that wanted to make you feel like the path you were going down was wrong. They were holding you up. They could have said, hey, you're younger than I am, so you help me do this, and you put whatever you're doing on hold. That's some type of a destiny swap, but it's like they're using your energy, so you're helping them with their project, but you're forfeiting your destiny just because you're helping somebody else fulfill theirs. But they're fulfilling their destiny with your energy. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Three of Wands, right? This person wanted to keep you waiting. They didn't want you to get. They didn't want you to get to the promised land for you. They did not want you to get to this place of being just independent, abundant, just happy, not needing anyone, not even, even emotionally independent. They didn't want you to get there. They wanted you to keep waiting, but you have foresight. You already know that your happiness is not with whatever collaboration they wanted you to be a part of. You're turning your back on this. You already know that your happiness lies somewhere else. This is a time to be selfish. right now. You might have been called, somebody might want you to collaborate, but this is a time you need to think about yourself. What's going to make you happy? And you're turning your back on this. The high priestess to the 6 of Wands, because you know victory is on the other side. You already know winning is on the other side. You already know this. This is something you feel, you know already. Whatever situation this is, you already know that. But you still have to put in the work, and it's definitely not easy, but you definitely have the strength. You have the mental strength. You have the emotional strength. You have the physical strength to move forward. Exactly. You already got this clarity. I mean, your intuition is on point and it's beaming right now. It's like you can taste your success. You feel it. That's another thing. You need to feel whatever, all of your desires. You need to feel them. How will you feel when you're right where you want to be? Right? When all of your wishes come true, you have to get in that energy of feeling, because that's going to make you a vibrational match for the things that you truly desire. You cannot manifest anything without feeling. They wanted you to always feel scared and trapped, but you cannot cultivate the life that you truly want and truly desire without that feeling. You already know it. You just have to feel it. Feel that victory. Feel that victory dance at the end. You have to feel that. That's another thing. They're trying to make you numb. They're trying to keep you in that feeling of lack, heartbreak, that you can't be independent, that you need somebody emotional, like an emotional crutch. They wanted you to be confused, and so confused to where you never take action. That's what this is. This 8 of Swords, 7 of Cups, Hangman to the 3 of Swords. They wanted you fucked up so you cannot move forward. So you never get to this. They already see this is your path that you're on. You're on a winning path. You can't see exactly what you need to see ahead of you, but you know it. You know it. You know you're on the right path, even though it seems hard. You already know this. And they don't want you to know it. You've already gotten this clarity. And if you haven't gotten this clarity yet, it's on the way, because this is your future energy, that you will get this clarity. You will be able to trust your intuition, trust what you already know, trust your downloads, trust what the Most High, your spirit team, are trying to tell you. And this is a situation of, this person was very, very fake, with this deep fake coming out here. And this person always wanted you to feel like this could also be another person trying to siphon your energy. This could be someone's side piece, or an ex or something. This is someone that wants to steal your energy, swap destinies, but they're siphoning your energy. And so this person was in your energy with this mask on, like they were deeply faking love for you. This was just a fake person, a very, very fake person. No matter who this was, no matter what situation this is, this person wanted you to always feel like you was never going to be the main character. You was always going to be just, a side dish, a side meal. You was never going to be able to be the main star of your own story. They always wanted you to just feel less than, left out. That 5 of Pentacles energy. Also with this poverty here, they always wanted you to have that lack, to be in lack, to always be, in that energy of not having enough, not being enough, not knowing enough, not enough. And they're concerned about this. They're concerned about this because you're going on another journey. Whatever situation this is, they wanted you to feel like you were stuck where you were. You couldn't go on a new path. They want to make you feel like you were stuck with them. But it's the end of that. 2 10s here. It's the end of that. Master number 33. You're mastering. You're mastering something. You're becoming a master at whatever you're doing. You're mastering something. Okay, October 10th could be of significance. October 6th. I even see March 10th, March the 6th. Yeah. Yeah, but they're definitely concerned it could be a mature woman. And you can just be a mature individual on this journey, you know, but they wanted you to feel imprisonment. They wanted to possibly confine you in a house, make you feel like you couldn't leave where you were, or just being left out of being able to have your own place. That could also be a thing, you know. They always wanted you to feel like the time was never right, but you're being called to reconsider that. Reconsider, you chose a new direction. You chose a new direction. They didn't expect you to take the path that you're on right now. They didn't expect you just to do something different when all the ways felt blocked wherever you were. They just never expected you to take a new course, a whole new direction. And you did, because you saw opportunity. You saw opportunity somewhere else. That's that 3 of Wands energy. You had foresight. You was in a new direction. You already were in this planning stage of doing something else in the first place. You had 2 paths to take. They wanted you to take the path that was going to keep you stuck and tied and bound to them. This is also someone who could have been giving you wrong advice on purpose to keep you stuck, so they can keep you in a lower vibration, so they can keep siphoning your energy. They wanted you to always be in that poverty energy, even if you wasn't in poverty physically. They wanted your energetic signature to read that, so they can still siphon your energy. For some of you, that it was a love interest that wanted to make you feel like a side piece, so they can siphon your energy and go take it back to another bitch. I'm just saying, this could be anybody, but they always wanted you not to feel like you were the main character, whether it was just even in your own life, so they can always have some kind of energetic core to you, so they can just steal your energy. And that is with the powers that should have never been as well. They want to keep you in that poverty mindset. That's why rent is going up and all this stuff, and it's going up past what people are making, because they want you to be in lack, be in fear that you can't be independent on your own, that you always need a help, a crutch. That's another thing too, but these people are irritated because of your power. They're irritated. You're irritating them. You're irritating them because you're looking in a new direction. You are looking in a whole new direction. You're closing your eyes to these fake ass people. You're no longer letting them steal your sacred energy. You're no longer doing that. They no longer can take that energy. This definitely could be a feminine, not divine, haven't started the healing work needed to step into their divinity. So this could definitely be a woman that has been doing this, someone who, having a big ego death, because this is that lion energy, that fierce energy. They're having a big ass ego death, and if this is a man, he's definitely deep in his feminine energy, What else I got for you? Eye of the sea, insight. The sea observes in stillness. Depth reveals unseen truth. Clarity is quiet power. So that's what you guys have gotten clarity by just being silent. It's like you've been directed on the path that you're going, and just keep going. Just leave all of these fuckers behind in the past and just keep going. Any scare tactics that the powers that never should have been trying to stir up, you're leaving that in behind you. You're not even going to let them keep siphoning your energy. You already know it's a fucking distraction. They're a distraction, and you're not letting anybody distract you. You're going to go and meditate, and you're going to get clear on some things. That's what you've been doing, because whoever you are, you already been on this healing journey. You already been on this healing journey, and you just have maybe some hiccups every now and then. But if you're coming to my channel, you definitely are serious about your healing, because I could not even bring myself up here until I finished a certain amount of healing. I mean, I picked up my deck of cards almost 6 years ago. I could have had a channel 4 or 5 years ago, but I needed to go through some other healing things, because I'm coming from a very traumatic past. You can think of it, it's happened to me. Between health battles and physical battles, having a mama that gave fake love, a daddy didn't show no damn love, fake ass people all around me, no real family that gave a fuck about me. For real. From molestation to 2 failed marriages, going through brain surgery, raising kids by myself, being a married single person. You can think of, of course I'll be telling my story more and more as we go on, but I've been through it. I've been through the trenches. So I'm here to help motivate someone else while they're on their path, just to motivate them to keep fucking going. That's what I'm here for. And I know whoever is going to be called to watch my channel, you are somebody that's doing the healing work. You're serious about it, whether you've been on it for a long time or you just starting, but you're serious about changing your life, changing who you are for the better. And I am just here to assist us to get out of whatever mindset, whatever I can assist and help with on your path. That's what the fuck I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Because I'm very serious about healing. I'm very serious about not being imprisoned, whether it's your mind, whether it's your physical imprisonment. We're here to get unstuck. We're here to break ourselves out of the matrix. Because these people have been stealing from us long enough. It's time to get back what they've stolen. So that's it. But anyway, collective, that's the message. If you like how I deliver my messages, if this resonated, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video, okay? I love y'all. Bye.